Plates ready? This is Food School, Smarter, Stronger, Leaner podcast. Want to feel amazing? Love the way you look in the mirror and perform your absolute best in the gym, at work, and in life? You're definitely in the right place. Food. It's you. It builds every single cell of you. And if there is one thing every human being must master, it's food. Because at the very least, eating, you do it every day, several times a day, every single day. You might as well get good at it. I'm your host, Shurina from createyourself.today, your personal nutritionist and plate watcher, your diet guide and explorer, your fat loss coach and food inspector. And just someone with a lot of passion and obsession and curiosity for healthy food, healthy diets, nutrition, optimized human performance, everything and absolutely anything you put in your grocery shopping cart, your fridge, on your plate, and in your mouth. It's my business. Food School, on a mission to help you eat better daily.
It's the last time I talk about food. It's the last time I talk about food.
Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Food School Smarter, Stronger, Leaner podcast. And happy Thanksgiving, everyone. First and foremost, don't forget to thank all the people that you are grateful for because, I have this favorite saying, one of those. The quality of our life is defined by the quality of our relationships. And those relationships are with our family members, our loved ones, our partners, our co-workers, our friends, everyone around us. So the quality of our lives are defined. The quality of our lives is defined by the quality of our relationships. And that is true. And that's why, guys, don't forget on this beautiful day when everybody is expressing gratitude in some way or the other, to express gratitude to those people who you are really grateful for, who make your days beautiful and meaningful and so much more worth living for. So say thank you, express gratitude, say exactly why you're grateful that those people are in your life. Say it to their face, not through text messages, call them or tell them that in person. That's like the best way to do that. And believe me, by the end of the day, the more you do that, the more beautiful and unforgettable and just special your day gonna be. So say all the words of gratitude to those people who make your life amazing. But today, as promised, we are not just talking about gratitude, we are also talking about some strategies how to make Thanksgiving dinner how to make Thanksgiving dinner more enjoyable and not having that guilt of overeating, overindulging, and just feeling crappy the next day. Like how to avoid all of that and make Thanksgiving totally and utterly pleasurable and joyful experience. Guys, I want to tell you a story of my personal story. It wasn't just about Thanksgiving. In fact, in Russia, we don't celebrate Thanksgiving. We don't even celebrate Christmas on December 25th. We have our big New Year feast, and then we have our Christmas on January 7th, and then we have our Old New Year on January 13th, the night of January 13th. We have a lot of, celebrations, but not on the dates that most of the Western world has its celebrations. So anyhow, my personal story, I used to wait for holidays and plan all these food, all these feasts, and in advance, I would get frustrated with myself because I knew I would overeat and overindulge, and I would feel crappy the next day, and I would feel guilty for all this overeating, and then I would probably have to go on some diet and on some crazy workout plan so I get to myself as soon as possible, to feeling as myself, as my fit and healthy and full of energy self, and just really loving my reflection in the mirror, right? And so I used to, again, plan all this feast, all this food, and I would get frustrated sometimes also because something wouldn't work out. Like there wouldn't be that particular food at the table that I wanted to eat without any restrictions for so long, and I would get upset about that, and again in advance upset about me eating too much, and then having to go through this diet and exercise cycle after overeating. And how did I stop it? And how did I stop to eat so much that my stomach would hurt and I wouldn't want to go out anywhere because I wouldn't feel even comfortable putting on my own clothing because my body just felt so foreign to me after all this food, and I would be so full and uncomfortable and low on energy, and just I didn't feel like seeing anyone or connected with anyone. And also like because I'm very sensitive to foods, I put in my body to different foods. My face would be like bloated and puffy, and I would just hate that self, the person I was at that moment. And so how did I stop it? It took me probably like 20 years to work through that, and actually being comfortable in the fact that I'm not that anymore, and I'm not struggling with that anymore, and I'm a different person now who doesn't do those things because ultimately they don't work for me. So how did I stop this cycle, and how did I get to a place where I don't binge, I don't overeat, I don't have desire for that, and my holidays are all about joyful and pleasurable experiences and connections with people. I love sharing meals and experiences with people I love. So at some point, several years ago, I asked myself, honestly, I just had an honest, non-judgmental conversation with myself. And believe it or not, we rarely have those. Like, we judge ourselves too much, too often. We rarely have conversations honest and kind with ourselves, like we would talk to a friend. Rarely we do that, and I suggest you to do that first and foremost about everything that is going on in your life. Honest, kind, understanding conversations with yourself. And I asked myself during that, or a set of those conversations that happened probably over several days, over several weeks, what I really want for holidays and for my life, without judgment. Like, how do I want to feel? How do I want to look? Why it's important for me? And is eating all that food without restriction and binging on all of those foods that I know don't work for my body, is it really that important for me? Or I'm just trying to get some emotions that I don't manage to get from my life, or I'm trying to numb myself to not feel something uncomfortable, or like, what is it about food and eating that much and overeating and that and those guilt trips? Like, why was I having those, and what was really important for me, and what areas of my life were not working that I would look the solution in the food, not just on holidays, but on the moments when it was difficult and tough and stressful in my life. I would turn to food. And it's actually normal, because food is kind of like sedative, or something that makes us feel relaxed and comfortable, and it helps our body to release serotonin. And food also provides sustenance that makes our brain and our body feel safe. So it's not abnormal that you feel that way when you indulge, that you feel better. It's actually quite a normal response of your body. But the question I was interested in is why I couldn't find other ways to make myself feel safe and taken care of and happy and joyful and relaxed. Like, why wasn't I making happen all the other strategies that I could, like connecting with people I love, talking to my friends, talking to my parents, sharing something that is difficult in my life, and asking for advice, or just having someone I care about and I trust there to listen to me. Why wasn't I slowing down and breathing fully and being okay with not being comfortable? And why wasn't I addressing again the issues that were actually bothering me, like maybe my business, my career, not making enough money as I thought was, I needed, or not having romantic relationships or friendships, or relationship with my parents and my sister. Like, why wasn't I addressing those things instead of eating myself to peace, relaxation, and pleasure, right? And so when I realized that those areas needed to be addressed and that the food was not the issue, it never was. Like, I knew what food worked for me and what didn't. And I wasn't chemically dependent on any substance. The only thing that was causing those binges and those food quote unquote vacations, the only reason why I used to have them, I was having them, was that I wasn't addressing the issues that needs to be addressed in order for me to feel joyful, relaxed, and happy without having to eat tons and tons of food. And once I understood that, and started to work on those areas that were actually bothering me and didn't allow me to be happy and relaxed. Once I started working on those areas with specific tools that I learned through my coaching certifications and my coaching career and my life, once I started using them on myself and working through challenging situations instead of trying to avoid them or escape them, and they eventually got better, because when we work on something, it always gets better. When we honestly work through difficulties and challenges and we have a goal to improve and to work through our difficult moments. Once I did that, it took some time, guys. It didn't happen overnight. Some issues took, months, some a couple of years. But I got to a place where I just never feel like I need food to comfort me, because I have my friends, my family, my partners, whoever I happen to be at that moment close to. I had those people to talk to share my difficulties, to ask for advice. So people always will help you the most to struggle with, to cope with anything, to work through anything. So I had my people, my support team, right, to talk to. Then I started working my career, on my business, on my clients, on getting better as a coach, on my content, on working on all of those areas that were bothering me, on having more fun and joy in my life, and doing those things that I always wanted to do someday when everything would be perfect, like traveling, or climbing that hill that I wanted to climb, or going to live in Italy, or like all those things that I wanted to do. I started doing them, and I realized that I never needed food to comfort me. I needed to address all those other issues. So, and that's and if you're at the same spot, you're having difficulties with food, with overeating, with indulging in behaviors that hurt you, and it doesn't just go for food, it goes for relationship, for abusive relationships, where we allow someone to treat us not the way we know we deserve to be treated, we want to be treated. So our career, our business, all those areas that bother you, address them. And then for most of you guys, the food issue will just go away, because you'll be really interested in doing everything that is in your best interest. And usually binging on food, making yourself sick and then guilty, and it's not really in your best interest, if you are honest with you. Right. But that being said, food is a part of pleasure, of joy, of life, and sharing meals with people you love, you care about, that's a joyful experience. And I also want to share with you some of the strategies, coaching strategies, and just strategies from my personal life that I learned over the years that can help you to get through those pleasurable, joyful dinner, lunches, Thanksgiving and Christmas and holiday experiences much easier, getting back to shape, to your best self, eating super healthy and clean and good for you as soon as possible. So how to make better for your choices during those celebrations, so you do feel good during those celebrations and after too, and you get back to your routine as soon as possible. So number one, stay hydrated. Guys, I cannot tell you how much hydration will influence your physical state, your hunger, and also your emotions. So when you're dehydrated, your body is in a state of stress, and you're gonna feel it physically and mentally and emotionally. So please, guys, make sure that you are hydrated. My best advice to you: make drinking water, maybe adding some lemon juice or lime juice, or making some other infusions with whole juicy fruit. So make drinking water as a part of your routine. So my routine is really simple. I drink my water when I wake up. I drink my water either after my workout or 3-4 hours after I wake up. I drink my water before 1 or 2 of my meals, and I drink my water somewhere around 6 or 7 p.m. And every time, so 4 times I drink water 4 times a day, besides all the teas that I drink sometimes and coffees. So I drink half a liter of water in those moments. Like these days, I'm drinking a whole liter of water in the morning for some reason. Sometimes I do get thirsty, and that's fine. But 4 times a day. And I highly recommend you. The best routine I found that works for a lot of people is having half a liter of water in the morning. It doesn't matter whether you want it or not. Like it's like taking a shower inside, You don't ask yourself whether you want to brush your teeth or not. You just do it. So the same with water. It's think about it as your shower on the inside. So drink water, and then before each meal, have another half a liter of water. The best time to drink it, the ideal time is 30-20 minutes before, so your body has time to get through this water before you get food, before digestion, because also a lot of water dilutes your digested juices that makes your digestion a little bit harder. So it's best to drink water 20-30 minutes before your meals. Speaking of water, I always have some water while I'm speaking by my side. So this is the strategy number 1, stay hydrated. It will help you to make better decisions overall. Breathe. Guys, you are just one breath away from peace and better decisions. A lot of times when we are stressed, when we have, a lot of holiday, things to do, get gifts or prepare meals or go shopping or meet a lot of people, all of our friends that we need to meet up with during holidays, before and after. So a lot of times we forget to breathe, and that shallow breathing actually is a sign to your body. Your body actually physiologically changes to be in flight or fight response state instead of relaxed state. So if you want to get back to relaxed state where you make better decisions and you have less inflammation, etc., and you're better, and your immune system works better, and your digestion works better. So deep breath will help with that. If you are short on time and you're in the middle of your errands, just take one short, deep breath. Make your exhale twice as long as your inhale, or even longer. The point is to make your exhale twice as long or longer than your inhale. Mouth or nose, there is some science, but doesn't really matter at this point. So breathe. 3 breath will put you into really amazing state, and 6 breath will officially put you into relaxed state where you are primed to rest, digest. It's also, by the way, great to do before your meals to improve your digestion and assimilation, absorption of nutrients. So breathe. Breathing is very important. When you're stressed, take 1 deep breath, exhale twice as longer, or before meals, take 3 deep breaths. Take 6 if you're super stressed. That is a really powerful practice that you need to practice, and I do it all the time. That was me breathing. So the next strategy is to just slow down. Guys, when you're slowing down, and actually breathing helps you to slow down, you make much better decisions. You don't have to make decision really fast. If you know this decision, for example, is important one, slow down. And then when you slow down to eat, you actually experience food more. You get a chance to savor all the taste, because a lot of times the food opens up only when you chew it really well, when you slow down, when you breathe it. Half or more of the taste is actually in the smell. So if you don't even take time to smell your food, you are really missing out. And that's why probably a lot of us are overeating, when we rush, when we don't really smell and experience food fully. So savor each bite, feel the textures, the taste, all the nuances of flavors, the smells, chew your food well. That all alone will help you to not overeat, because guys, it's really hard to eat the whole cake if you're eating with a speed of 1 bite per couple of minutes. It will take you like forever, and by the time you're done with one piece, you're gonna be more than full. Just saying, try eating slowly. The next one is, unless guys you're trying to eat as much as possible at that holiday meal, and that's what we are actually trying to avoid, right? Unless you're trying to eat as much as possible, I highly recommend you to stick to your meals. So have your breakfast, have your lunch, have vegetables, have proteins, have healthy fats, and then have your holiday dinner. And that alone will make you so much less likely to overeat. A lot of people think, I'm just gonna starve and eat a lot of food during that Thanksgiving dinner. Well, that's exactly what happens. But if you just have your breakfast and your lunch, and then you just have your dinner, but now share it with your loved ones, and a little bit more festive dinner, then you're gonna be fine. You're not gonna feel like you need to overeat and eat all the food. Drink extra water before your meal. It's another great strategy that I use personally and recommend to everyone. It's really hard to overeat when you're super hydrated and your stomach is still full with water. At the beginning of the meal, eat a lot of vegetables, vegetable dishes. It doesn't have to be like steamed vegetables or anything like that. Just whatever vegetable dish is there, except for potatoes probably. I don't consider potato a vegetable. I consider vegetable anything that is colorful. So green and anything that is not ketchup. So anything green, red, ripe tomatoes, whole tomatoes, anything that is colorful or green or purple or yellow. Eat a lot of vegetable dishes. Eat a lot of protein dishes also. So especially fatty fish. If you happen to have some salmon at the holiday table, that's amazing. But then also have all the turkey or whatever that you might be having. So vegetables, protein, eat that first. And then, try some maybe pumpkin pie or whatever dessert you might have there. Take a piece and eat it really slowly. And then if you're still hungry after eating that piece, then eat more protein and veggies. Eat more veggies and protein, maybe some fruit, load up on fiber and water, drink some warm tea, fill up your belly with some warm liquid. That all will help you to eat less, eat more mindfully, and at the end of the day, you're just gonna feel much better the next morning, the next day, and it's going to be so much easier to get back to your activities. Speaking about activities, guys, participate in holiday activities, organize some. Last year after our New Year celebration dinner, I was celebrating it with my parents actually, and so we went out, we did the fireworks, and then the next morning we actually planned to go skiing. The weather was great in Siberia, and we never have a lack of snow, as you can imagine. And so we went skiing on January 1st, and we were not alone actually. We went to this beautiful place where we have for skiing in the forests, and there were other families. And that was amazing. So plan some activities, not just food, and to keep yourself and people you love active. Believe me, you're all going to be so much happier that you did that, because when you're at the dinner table, the least thing you want to do is to plan some skiing. So plan it ahead, and then the next best thing is to prepare for something, like for, the place where you ski. I don't know, maybe sauna, maybe something else. This year we actually planning to go to sauna and skiing, so a lot of activities, and also that will make you think about eating lots and lots, because you don't want to be with that huge belly in sauna. I'm just saying, it might help. So plan activities, and schedule some workout the day after with your body, with a group of friends, doing something outside or inside. So plan that, and that will put you back into your routine in no time, with some fun activities, some fun people that you actually love spending time with. So your homework for today, to re-listen to this podcast and all the strategies and my story, to help you think deeper and more about how you make your holiday celebrations and dinners much, much better and more pleasurable, more joyful, and less guilty. And then also another homework for you for today is to imagine and plan your ideal Thanksgiving dinner or Christmas dinner, and then the day after Christmas Day. So you feel your best, and you don't just enjoy food, but also enjoy all the people, all the connections, all the sharing, and then also staying active and feeling good. Like imagine all of this and schedule and get your friends and family on board at making it not just celebration, but also this active act of starting the new year in the right mood, with the right attitude, healthy and active and happy and joyous. So imagine and plan your ideal holidays, making better for you choices, and also of course enjoying yourself and your holiday with your loved ones. So that's your homework for today. Re-listen the podcast and make the plan for your ideal celebrations, where you make better for you choices, not overindulge and then have those guilty trips that we all do, or and might be still struggling with. That's your homework. That being said, guys, say words of gratitude to the people you really love and grateful for in your life. Of course, enjoy your holiday celebration, your holiday dinner. And as usual, guys, till next time, eat better daily.